Trump ordered the bombing of Yemen on Saturday, March 15, 2025. This is what it means to be a peace president. As we all know, the Houthis have been attacking Israeli ships, as a way to deter Israel from carrying on its brutal genocide of the Palestinian people. The Houthis have outlined specific conditions under which they will stop attacking ships in the Red Sea. The Houthis will stop targeting Israeli vessels once all stages of the Gaza ceasefire have been fully implemented. The Houthis have warned that if the United States or the United Kingdom launches airstrikes against them, they will reinstate sanctions against these countries, meaning they could resume attacks on their ships. The Houthis have stated that they will resume attacks if Israel launches any new military operations or escalations against Gaza, such as a breakthrough, bombardment, or siege. The Houthis announced they would resume attacks on Israeli ships if Israel does not allow the resumption of aid to Gaza. The purpose of these actions by the Houthis was to do whatever they could to stop the genocide in Gaza. Since none of their conditions were met, the Houthis resumed a naval blockade, targeting Israeli ships in Yemen's waterways, which was linked to demands for aid to be allowed into Gaza. Trump recently redesignated the Houthis as a terrorist organization, which set the stage for more aggressive U.S. action against them. Given Trump's ironclad connection with Zionism, he will only do what is good for Israel in the Middle East. The strikes on Yemen also served as a warning to Iran, the primary supporter of the Houthis. Trump emphasized that the U.S. would hold Iran accountable for any threats to American interests. This is how peace is secured, in Trump's mind. And not letting an occasion to praise himself pass, Trump criticized the Biden administration's response to the Yemeni threat as pathetically weak, suggesting that his own approach would be more effective in deterring future attacks. And what has been the Yemeni reaction? The Houthis have already planned their retaliation against the U.S. strikes by vowing to intensify their military operations and targeting American and allied interests in the region. And so, the Houthis have threatened to resume attacks on ships in the Red Sea, the Gulf of Aden, the Bab al-Mandab Strait, and the Arabian Sea. This includes targeting Israeli vessels as part of their broader strategy to support the Palestinian cause and counter Israel's genocide in Gaza. Yemeni officials have stated that they will not be deterred by U.S. airstrikes and will retaliate against American interests. They view the U.S. strikes as aggression that requires a strong response. The Houthis have reiterated their commitment to supporting Gaza and have framed their actions as part of a broader resistance movement against Israeli and U.S. policies in the region. The Houthis' retaliation could lead to further escalation in the regional conflict, involving Iran and other actors. This escalation could draw in more countries and increase tensions in the Middle East. The Houthis have organized public rallies and demonstrations in Yemen, to mobilize support for their cause and to condemn U.S. and Israeli actions. The British and the Americans have been bombing Yemen for over 20 years, and the Yemenis are only the stronger for it. More and more it's becoming apparent that the Trump version of international relations is murder and bloodshed, so that the world will be cowed by the United States. He actually thinks that he will be successful in such behavior. Trump was watching the bombing of Yemen live in the Situation Room. He saw women and children being killed. A total of 39 civilians were killed by American bombs. The number of dead will likely go up. In Trump world, you achieve peace by shedding a lot of blood. The more blood, the more peace. That is the face of the new American diplomacy. We shall see a lot more of it in the long 4 years ahead. What Trump will likely never understand. The more he bombs people, the stronger they will become. Because murder by a government is murder all the same.